Hello, I'm going to be talking about my new social media platform. It's going to be called Immerse Yourself. And the way this works is you would put on a headgear that would scan your brain and your environment and everything around you, and then it will digitally take you or whoever you're online with to that site. So you could essentially be with your loved ones, your family, your friends, whoever, in real time. So I'm thinking this would help with people who maybe have handicaps or military personnel, people who work or are out of the country and you can't be with them. And this way you could still be with them, and it's different than just being on Zoom, because you're there. You're not just seeing your loved one through a camera screen. But you could also, in another version of this, is it would take you to a separate virtual world as well. And then you could go meet your friend, you could go meet your spouse there if you would rather be on that platform. People who go to all these dating sites, and you kind of get to know one another in person instead of maybe having a fake picture, or you don't know what they're like or their personality, and rather than doing all this work through computers and other things, you could actually just be there and see them and more in real time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as that goes. My platform is social because obviously you can be with your friends, your family, whoever, and get to know other people. I was thinking that it could be kind of like a me world where you show up in this virtual world and you can get to know anyone there. So I said it's social because you'll be able to socialize with everyone and anyone. It's needed because it's hard right now. My kids are taking virtual piano lessons, and it's just difficult because the teacher's not actually there. She's online, it cuts out, it's spotty, and it's just a different feeling. So I was thinking if with this version, she could be there, she could be sitting next to them, and then when their fingers are in the wrong place or whatever, she can be saying, hey, that's where your finger needs to be, stuff like that. If there's a great Chinese teacher in China, you could go be in their classroom, like almost physically in their classroom, instead of having a online connection that's not always the best. So people would want to use it because you treat people differently also when you see them in person. A lot of times on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, people just write these horrible, nasty, mean things. But if you're seeing them and you're in person, you can get those different facial expressions. You can understand the story better, and you can get to know them better instead of just this news feed that doesn't always tell the emotions or tell the whole story. Or I think people say things on Facebook or Instagram or whatever that they wouldn't normally say to a person's face. So this way would kind of maybe stop that negativity from showing up. I think having a more personal connection will help people want to use it over any other sites or platforms. And obviously being there with a person instead of just talking to somebody is going to be very nice. It'll be very nice to see their face and their smile, and not just communicate over, this is a picture, but to be there with them and whatever. Also, it'll help cut down on fake news and fake media, because you have to be a live person. You have to have the headset on. You can't just hook up to a computer and have computer generated people in there, putting things out there and that type of thing. It's unique because you get to see, feel, and interact with people. It'll be immersive, and it'll just be more real connection to those people that you get to meet. We'll monetize it because we will allow people, so like for instance, I had a Pepper Chef party that I was Facebook that I was invited to, and it was just different, you know. I couldn't see the product, I couldn't see what they were selling. It was like, you know, a picture of a thing, but you didn't really get to know how it worked or why you'd want it. So, you know, people could host parties and different things, and you could actually see the product and see how it worked and be more live into it. And I was thinking we could charge people for those types of things. And then influencers, when they're on there, they could, you know, wear their Nike clothes or do, you know, Taylor Swift could do some sort of what's that called, concert, and you know, people could pay to come watch her in her concert, and lots of different ways you could make money off of this type of a site. I think that's all. So thank you.